I am in Weiser, Idaho, and this is Tanya.
Tanya Moye.
And you've been doing Dorpers for how many years now?
I started with commercial in 2006.
Okay.
And then I started with 6 sheep, and by 2009 I had 80 head of ewes.
Wow.
And then because of the drought, I went down and I upgraded to registered sheep because I had to lower my number, so I need them to have less sheep and make more income.
Yeah. And so how many head do you have now?
I have 40 head of Dorper ewes and 3 head of Dorper rams.
Yeah.
And I lamb twice a year right now. I'm trying to lamb on the fall, so I have a whole bunch of babies on the ground. And but all these ewes had babies, twins, triplets, quads in the spring, and then I used cedars to bring them back into heat, and they gave me singles and twins this winter.
If you're looking to start a Dorper sheep flock, contact Tanya. She has amazing sheep and she's very knowledgeable and will be able to help you start a registered Dorper sheep flock or a commercial sheep flock, whatever you like. She has many years of experience and she's very knowledgeable. Next we're going to look at the setup. All right.
So this is our sheep corral, so I can load or send sheep out into the lane, or I can send them through this pasture that goes to my other pastures. And I have this gate that goes to our main pasture, and I have it set up where I can also put them in here, and this is really neat. So I can make this any size, so that I can make it smaller and smaller, so that I can have them move where I need to without getting hurt. I can take it all the way to here to funnel if I need to. Also, we can load, back the trailer up right here and load out of this gate. And then they just go
load out of
straight
this
line.
gate right here.
Yes.
So what we have is 3 gates pretty much set up next together to each other.
Yes, so that I can make smaller and smaller spaces, so I don't have to be in and maybe possibly get hurt. I'm already injured, so, and I breed for disposition as well as composition, which is very important because my sheep are all pretty tame, and sheep can jump right over your head if they're wild. So I don't have wild sheep.
These 3 gates, they're kind of close together.
One here,
and then you have
I have a gate here so I can put them out to here. We used to use this, but we keep upgrading. So then I can close this, latch it, use that, or I can, and then I separate. So I can separate out sheep that I want to have in a different pen.
Okay.
And then we.
And how wide is this? This is about. What is it, about?
This is
2 feet.
Wider than most people's because it's homemade, and we have it a little wide where the animals can turn around, which isn't good, but I don't want them to get too stressed, so we kept it wider.
Okay. And so next what we got is a little.
This is my tilt table, and this I love. So it's set up so I can do everything myself. So I funnel the sheep from that pasture into here, and then I have a panel over there to hold them right there. And then I put them into this catch pen.
All right. It's a nice pen right here.
And I can shut them in. And
so
also
close
separate them
on both sides.
So
okay.
when I have to doctor a sheep, I won't get hurt. This can shut as far as you need to, and then you tilt them up so that to do their feet.
That's awesome.
It is. I love this. We've modified. We've learned, like, we put this here because the younger sheep can slip through this. This actually is adjustable, so I can make the bottom thinner or wider.
I can see the little holes.
Yep.
At the bottom right there.
And I have a scale right here, so I weigh my sheep.
So it's a digital scale.
And I have a med kit right there.
That's a scale right there.
Yes, see? But I don't want this is slick. So I put a
rubber
pad
piece.
On. Just like a horse trailer when you put the rubber piece on the horse trailer.
So these both slide in and out. Oh, this right there. Okay. You push it in. Push it up. Okay.
So this is
That's
set
pretty
up
nice.
so I, as an injured female, can work my sheep all by myself. And we're now talking about a pulley because I found that I have a 300-pound ram and I cannot lift him. So I found that anything over 200 pounds, I need help. So we're looking at putting a pulley system in so that I can lift the heavier animals without assistance. So I get my son or my dad to help me with those heavier ones.
So where could somebody buy something like this? If someone's getting into sheep and wanted to have a perfect setup.
Right. I gotta look for the deals. I actually had, my first tilt table was a homemade tilt table, and it was $750, and I actually resold it for $700 because they're so needed and useful. But I had gotten this because a person in the area had gotten out of sheep, and this was just sitting in their barn, so I got a great deal. And then we've been welding and making it better. Yep. My son put this in because to make sure that these don't go wide. That 300-pound ram, when I put him in here, kept hurting me. Yep.
Oh, just push it in. And the locks on there.
And then out. We're working on making it better all the time. But, there are ones online, but they're very expensive. That's why.
With a little bit of skill, like your son has, he can probably make the new one like that.
He might. Yeah, so the one
Like
person
all of this
I had, it was
can be welded up.
It was homemade, and it worked great. But this is even more sturdy. The other one I needed more help to lift, and this one I can do by myself. So that's why I upgraded.
Yeah. Okay.
And when I thought, see this right here, it holds them up there, and I thought it was too low. But actually, if I don't tilt the sheep at just the right angle, they slide out. They fight their way out.
So you grab this, and it should just tilt?
Yep. See?
Wow. And kind of lays on there, or is it?
Then we pull it back. And then I release it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love this.
So with this kind of setup, you can do artificial insemination or whatever.
You could, yes.
You could.
You could do AI for doing embryo transfer. They have to be put on their back. It's a special setup.
Yeah.
So, they go in, and I bring this over and shut them in here, an animal in here, so that I have a nice pen to hold a sheep. I'm also breaking a ram right now, so. But so we have everything. If I needed to, I could have some locked in here and then move them past these animals. So when you have funnel, the more you can funnel your sheep, the less likely you are to get hurt. And patience is not my virtue, but you need one with your sheep. And these are all my
Okay, waiting for the judge to come over, and she's going to look at each sheep and then be able to say what type it is. And they are rated from 3, 4, or 5, right?
1 to 5.
1 to 5.
1 is a cull, and the one with the parrot mouth will be a cull.
And then 3 is
3 is commercial.
and then 4 is show
Breeding full
breed.
blood, show quality, and a 5 is the top of the line.
Okay.
I have had my sheep typed every time a judge is available. So this will be my 3rd time having my sheep typed.
And where's this judge coming from?
Africa.
Africa, okay.
Because you can only get certified in Africa. And you have to start at a basic judge course and go up all the way. But I do not know of any American that has gone to Africa to get certified as a judge.
Shows in California, the judges come from Africa to the shows.
The Dorper Association prefers having a certified judge, and they are from Africa, so that's what has happened. There are judges that are certified to judge in America, but they cannot type. You'll see how all this works because that's what I do. And she wanted different size pens. The judge also asked for a copy of all my registration papers, and she's going to write all her notes about my sheep. So when you get judged by the judge, you get tons of information about what you have, and then you talk to them about where you need to go, like what kind of ram would be best for where you're wanting to go. I have some ewes that are here that don't meet quite my standards, but they give me triplets and quads. So there's different things that you judge a sheep on: production and conformation.
Instead of type 5, like what do you want to see in the confirmation?
They want a feminine head and a wedge body. I highly recommend that you buy the Dorper Association Reading Standards book. It's $40 and it just got upgraded from Africa, so I'm trying to get the new one. And it has everything all in there, and I've read that book 2 or 3 times for the confirmation. Really good at bodies, and I bought one of the embryo transfer rams from Dorper, and I have seven spring lambs that are old enough. You have to be 9 months old and older to be able to be typed. You cannot get typed any younger than 9 months.
So you want a straight back, right?
Straight back, long body, straight back, feminine head, and the square in the back end. So it's always better.
You want them to have big hind legs, right?
You want
Nice
them
curve.
to have a square end because you want a nice butt for eating, but you don't want I call it the Arnold Schwarzenegger butt, you know, where it's like way bubbled out, because that's not balanced. For me, it's not balanced. The new ram did make a better butt on my stock, and I just keep breeding to be better and better. I weigh my stock on a regular basis, and I keep records on every animal and what they've produced, so that I can not. I've had a type 3U that produces type 5 lambs. So you have to look at the whole picture of the animal.
Yeah.
And know your stock. So there are some sheep in here that might not type as high as others, but what they produce is better than what they are.
Let's look at all these baby lambs. Come on, baby lamb. So you do dock their tails, huh?
I do dock their tails because they just changed the rules that you can leave the tails on, and if I know that the animal
All the way on, or just a little bit?
It's supposed to be, if I remember correctly, when I read the book, it's supposed to be between the second and third joint. But it's young. He is young.
The other one.
But I like that one. He's older, but he's more bulky.
And this one too. Very wide and long black head.
Yes.
Complete black head. I hope you can see this. What a nice little ram.
Get the judge to come out because you learn so much. And the first
How many-
judge came, Ernest. He was actually part of the development of Dorpers. I was very fortunate to get to meet him. And he said he can do 100 head an hour, and he's very fast. When she comes out, she said that she'd be very fast. So I only have 40 head, but I'm going to use that time to discuss where I need to go. And I'm setting on a whole bunch of ewes that way more ewes than I want to carry, because I want to ensure that the ewes I keep are the best.
Yeah. This is why I like Dorper Sheep Association and the Dorper sheep breed as a whole, because there's a lot of people involved in trying to develop this breed to be very productive. Other breeds of sheep, sometimes you don't have this happening. Every breeder kind of decides what he wants to see and does his own thing, where with Dorper sheep you have professionals who do this for their living, and they're certified judges where they can tell you, okay, this is good in your sheep. And it's always good to have a second opinion. You might think, okay, this ewe is perfect, this is what I want to breed, but maybe she has a flaw and you don't see that. That's where the judges come in, and this is kind of awesome, because after the judge will type the flock, the producer can decide, okay, all these lower quality sheep can go for meat, and I'm going to just keep on breeding the better stock. So eventually what we have is a better and better sheep, a better and better producing animal. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.